Okie dokie. How do I start here? I'll start with a blank piece of paper, as I always did before, and try to calm myself. I am. Literally, I spent 12 hours intensely interacting with ChatGPT. When people say ChatGPT, though, it means a lot of things. First of all, I think I'll make theses, okay? Which can all be challenged. Of course, but I have high conviction. Yes, because I backed it up with ChatGPT. And the argument might be you're just a parrot for ChatGPT. And this is true on some level. Because from what I can tell, ChatGPT contains the highest quality information and knowledge curated, from what I can tell, very intelligent people. And if you want to challenge these intelligent people, I mean, I guess you can, but I'm pretty sure they're intelligent. Can't prove it. No, actually, I can. At least, I'll tell you this much. If you want to learn things like investing, programming, by the way, is interesting, and computer usage is interesting because you can debate endlessly on what a good governor is or who is a good president or, but like, let's say you want a very clean notepad. Look at the one I'm using right now. Is someone going to argue this is not a clean notepad? That's ridiculous. That's why I like computers. There's less room for ambiguity and argument, as your goal on a computer or in a game is to produce a result. When the result is done, it can't really be argued unless you're just absolutely crazy, like a lunatic kind of person. Like, oh no, it's still dirty because, you got the number lines, get rid of I don't know. I mean, there's some real weird people out there, but let's just ignore them, okay? I'm not here to talk about fringe cases. I think a lot of people, basically, they don't really get AI. And that's a very elitist statement. But I back it up because I think I know more than Galen on this one. I think I do because I'm a computer scientist. Now, I know less about the social implications. That's not my forte. However, I understand quite well the underpinnings of it. What makes it work? Why it's magical? Yes, I believe that's true. And why it's going to change the future. And by the way, why am I doing this? Very important, because I need to consolidate everything I learned today, which is a lot. I feel like I went to 20 good university courses in a span of 12 hours. Honestly, the signal to noise ratio was insane. As in, you know how you get tired, irritated by mostly noise, usually dumb, videos that are not even that entertaining because entertaining stuff is cool. I mean, like really dumb ones, okay? Like, not even funny. I guess I do that all the time. Maybe, I don't know. No one needs to judge this. Anyways, if it's got no signal in it or like no visibility, just no one watches it, right? No one's getting harmed. Anyway, like I should be eating, right? Because never mind. Anyway, AI to me, let's forget what it was. Corny robots stupid applications. Look at me, I'm cool tech. That age is over, but not really. We still have not really, because actually I was gonna put Sora 2 in that category, but no. Sora 2 is disruptive. It's a FU a little bit to what's the norm today. Honestly, if an AI can generate hilarious memes and you can laugh, does that mean humans are useless? No, because the funny stuff was described by a human, possibly iterated upon. What was trivialized was the production of the video, of the idea. In essence, idea to video, the idea needs to come from humanity. The arrow conversion, what the editor slash person editor did, is now automated. Now you understand. Now I understand, maybe you already understood it, why the creator of the video, guy standing in front, guy picking what to say today as his own will, that's what brings the value. You can have value on the arrow if and only if it brings additional signal like sharp editing, creative editing. This stuff, I guarantee, is out of the realm of AI. It will give you some cool cuts, just not all thematically correct. That's what a good editor does. Not just random cool shit, but subtle sometimes, just enhances the idea. Isn't that what good analysts do? They recognize, don't they, the value of the arrow because you can tell it's a good edit. Watch videos on how to be a good editor and you'll realize it's an art. What differentiates art from just a technical skill? Art is humanity, is a human signal that computers can't replicate. Impulsive, in the moment, improvisational. It is taking all the inputs at a given time, synthesizing and outputting something distinctly original. This can be anything. When you generate an AI image, it's neither unoriginal or super original. That's not the point. What sentence was used to create it? That's the point. It will be inferior to everything shot humanly because the conversion process was automated. But the core idea will still communicate. So naysayers saying maybe video format is dead, mostly untrue, I think. It's just junk signals, junk ideas are dead. That's it. Um, Identity capital is not dead, but now very prone to theft. However, identity is also linked not just to appearance, but growth. I want to see MKBHD get older, how he changes, what he does as he changes. This is not replicable in AI. AI cannot and can only infer possibilities, but as humans drawn to the human condition, we want to see the source of truth. And the source of truth is derived from the universe. That's what it is. Right? So, MKD threatened? No. Maybe, even better, people want to imitate him. Now, a funny game. But we all know the check mark is where, right? Anyway, source of truth is now even more valuable. Random video evidence, photographs, questionable now. But society will adapt. I have faith. I do. So, that's a long little thread there. I believe all of this. I think it's a logical assessment. I think it's pretty good. I'm humorless, yeah. But, I mean, right now I'm not in a humorous mood. Idea. 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 Do you see the parallel? AI is not going to do the entire thing yet, but it could. However, are you scared of that? Because if that becomes the case, AI becomes extremely sentient, like another human being, and that is what it's going to be. You still want to see what humans can make too, right? I mean, just because an AI can do it too, that does make you a competitor. That makes AI a competitor. It does not mean they're replaced. Now, if AI is so good that we don't even care to see what humans do, okay. Now, what about AI sports? Sounds stupid. Or really? Do you want to see ChatGPT versus, what's the other one? XAI in a one-on-one tennis match, like with robotics too? Seriously, you don't want to? Kind of cool, I think. No? Kind of cool. Okay. CS nerds. Legacy tech. CPU code is branching logic. You code if X then Y for I in N. Okay? This is legacy tech. Need CPU for sequential. GPU code equals parallel. Big data, one op, simultaneous execution. This is for graphics rendering and now neural net processing. So, and it is used to accelerate how humans learn and operate. So this is the core difference, that you're going to replace certain things that have been done with CPU code prior to now with GPU. Example, legacy robot, cheesy dorky. If person walks in, then go up to it and say hi. If that person is child, say hi there, want a candy? If that person is old, hi, say hi. Can I help you with, I don't know, like walking to the counter? Okay, I don't know. I don't want to sound like fucking like. Anyway, that's the legacy. Okay, GPU. Model situation, like not a model. I mean, as in training model, code that trains model. Model encounters child and old. And, well, first of all, there's no objective here. So, like, you can't even code it, because what do you want it to do? Like, this is so dumb. I mean, if you want to agree. See, that's what I'm trying to say. You don't even need GPU acceleration, because the goal is simply to go up and say hi. So, I mean, in order to even to do this, you have to define the goal. So some goals easily achievable within CPU time. Others, no. Example, image gen, right? I mean, you're going to have like a code that says, if the person asks for a donkey, pull up the donkey image I pulled up yesterday. You know, that's where it falls apart. Okay, this is hard to explain, right? But AI, new gen, is basically training model. Wait. Software that trains model. This is genius to me. Big data. Relevant to model. Quality of model improves with quality of input. Constant iteration. Sometimes it's not that many times. By feeding big data using train model. Using training algo. That's it. Use a training algo specific to the task. You feed the big data. Outcomes, neural network. Iterate, neural network plus 1. Iterate, neural network plus 2. Neural network gets bigger, smarter, refined, like a human being learning a task. Neural network can get very large depending on problem. For example, ChatGPT is billions of parameters, but voice recognition hundreds of thousands or less. By examining each problem, you'll get a kind of a ballpark for what a problem is. Like, let me ask you this. Make a movie that's about a horror. That's a horror movie. That's really good. This is like, it's an open-ended problem. You can't even do it. But if you wanted to, or like, imagine you want to say, I want to make a replica of No Country for Old Men. And it's going to look, sound, and feel like it. Do you know how long you'll be sitting there describing the damn thing? Can you describe No Country for Old Men in like a sentence? It's really hard. That's why I can't do it, you know? It's not omniscient like that. It's not how it works. But you see, that's where when people intuitively feel, oh, this is junk, it is junk. It is literally junk because AI can replicate it rapidly. If AI can replicate it rapidly, it's junk. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just basically repetitive noise or something. I can't explain it. So you have to feed. So, not that it's junk. It's just I can't explain it. But anyway, I have to get my head even more closely wrapped around this. But okay, I'll continue on. I can't do this. When I slow down with typing, it's better. All right. Okay. So then from neural network inference, this is the take neural network and do something. This base loop does not change. So this is paradigm shift in computing. Instead of human modeling task in code, human models the way you'd learn to do it in code. That's what it is. This is algo. Gives it a lot of data relevant to the task. Critical to the task, I would say. You are raising a digital imprint of the task like a human would. If you give Federer level tennis input, you get Federer level tennis model. If you give shitty level tennis input, you get shitty level tennis model. It's just a way to digitize methods. Previously, only digitize data. Method defined as it's a complex series of actions, reactions, adaptivity. This is the key difference that makes it a breakthrough in computing. You still need logic, core logic, immutable logic to frame everything. But methods exported from CPU to GPU, accelerated with an ML model, methods full of if this, if that, then this, but what about that? These are the prime candidates for ML domain. Example, voice, I think ASR. If person started saying waveform probably an S, then continues with maybe SA, maybe SU. You see the nightmare. The branching logic code is devolving into chaos, cannot map. So basically GPU accelerated neural nets bring this to order. That is the magic. And that is what most people don't get because they don't get CS, they don't get systems engineering, and maybe they don't see the magic in something when it's obviously there. As I make typos, okay? Yes, because humans recognize are amazing at signal noise filtering. But you will notice there is actual value in removing noise. Removing noise equals literally removing noise from audio, right? Correct your spelling, right? Stop going or digressing like I always do. Great speakers communicate lots of signal with little noise, not just words, body language, intonation, stance. This is all rich signals we delight in. That's what it is, right? AI can do that too. They can filter out signal from the noise, but they do better if there's not much noise. So, going forward, how to practically get hands deep on AI. What are valuable skills going forward? What skills are devalued? Okay? Increase that draw upon deep humanity, funniness, funny, interesting, original, moving. You can't replace it. Even Ariana Grande, modeled through AI, is just an eerie approximation, like a quantized version of her true self. It will resemble, but humans are amazing at detecting fractal differences. You have the rough sketch, but something is off, like horror. Neuronal mapping is oddly there but not there. I would recommend not watching too much of this. Unsettling. It is. Now I know why nature is so fascinating. It's fractal, real, rich in signals, depending. For software dev, need to master Unix, need to master, well, no, not Unix, CLI. GUI too slow. Back to the 80s, 90s. Linux relevant again. CUDA, NVIDIA, Supermote. You can't get away from CUDA. CUDA is everything. CUDA is life with AI. You will choke to oblivion without CUDA, honestly. What else? I mean, okay. That's about it. I can cover AI for now. My brain's exhausted. But it kind of sums up all I've learned so far. It may be gibberish to some people, but not to me. It's consolidation in my mind. Consolidation, neural network, neurons have moved greatly, but need time to settle. Learning equals meaningful neuronal movement sync. Chat GPT, useful questions equals syncing your brain, or perhaps refining a blurry set of neurons and clarifying, fleshing out the fractals. Feeling is gaining enlightenment, understanding of the underlying truth, but only makes me hunger for more. There is divine delight in discovering how a system truly functions. Investing, coding, relationships, sports, competition, game theory. These are all fascinating concepts with many practical applications. All right. Through AI, I realized there is value in exercise, in doing nothing, consolidation, in walks, consolidation, reflection. They strengthen neurons. You need it. Working all the time, studying all the time leads to neuronal exhaustion. No bueno, honestly. In polymathy, complex neuronal connections form. Huge advantage. As I suspected. Huge. Is it monomathy? Just because playing piano doesn't mean it won't help you make. You just don't connect the dots. Slaving away at technical job, doing repetitive stuff while people might applaud you for working hard, you are prime candidate for AI replacement. You're not needed. Maybe just relax. Other people do things to keep society in order. Just enjoy raising a family. This is a good future. Honestly. Tech lead onto something. Don't really need to work. Are we working just to feel like we're working to appease the shadow of the baby boomer / maybe generation, where hard work after war was obviously needed, but now not so much. Yes, combination with advanced robotics promising, Newton Stack, Mojoko, and Disney, interesting. Applications in cleaning, maintenance, planning, especially with coding. Data transformation, OMG, data transformation, OMG. I'm sorry, if you ever done I got this set of data and I want another format, and it's a complex task. Distilling data down to its minimum truth. AI loves it. You can do magic with distilled data. Cultivating distilled data is king in the AI economy. This means clean, like atomically clean, can't explain. You can also provide dirty, but it will only learn the relationship between clean and dirty. Hard to describe. Okay. I stop. That's it. Enough consolidation, and I'm done.